I think it makes a ton of sense from a kind of a logistical administration standpoint. I think it really helps
Hmm.
them when you know for a fact that you can kind of lock in on this time frame and double headers and stuff like that. From a student experience standpoint, I don't think it's great. I think you lose a lot of those really cool moments, those walk off goals, and you're
Yeah.
running on the pitch and celebrating.
Hmm.
Um, for any program, those are cool moments, especially for the majority of programs that are not going to go and compete for championships and stuff like that. That might be the
Yeah.
coolest thing they experience all year. So I don't love that piece of it. Selfishly, I don't like it because my teams have never tied games ever. In my 4 years before this year, I'd only had two ties, and this year we had six. So that's an absolute nightmare. I just
Yeah.
can't handle that. Um, and some of those games, like I feel like had we gone to OT, we've got momentum. I think we
Yeah.
probably get the result, and that's
Yeah.
usually what's happened. I do also think I think the OT rule in combination with the substitute rules in the United States makes it really challenging because with the sub-in rules that we currently have, you don't have to worry about players really getting tired. Not in the same way that you
Yeah.
would if you could only
Yeah.
use whatever the number is, limited number of subs. Which means you can play like Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds for 90 minutes and just press and line change and go, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you had OT, generally speaking, I think most teams. I mean, there's still a little bit of that, but most teams would play out the 90 minutes and then like
Yeah.
OT, you could maybe stall and kill that off pretty comfortably
Yeah. Yeah.
and get a result. But now I really noticed a difference that teams would get, and especially the underdog team in the matchup, right? They'd get to
Hmm.
the set like around the 70th minute, and then you're
And
killing the game
yeah.
from the 70th minute instead of the 90th
Yeah.
minute. So it just
Yeah.
yeah, it's not hard to ruin a game of soccer if you really, really want to. So just losing that extra 20 minutes, I think, just adds that
Yeah.
extra incentive, and I don't know whether it's going to result in a better quality of game. Could be wrong,
Yeah.
but that's my hunch.
I